everyone, and welcome back to Passport Diaries. We are a travel podcast by Travel Store that takes you to unique and off-the-beaten-path places all around the world. I'm Jackie Shern, your Travel Store host, and we have a pretty fun one for you today. So we're going to be talking to 3 of our expert travel advisors all about the trends and hotspots that people are excited to go to in 2026. Here's a little teaser of where we're getting our passport stamped in this episode.
Anytime in Japan is amazing. You can go up north to Hokkaido and do things up there, and it's less popular. Or you can go to Kyoto Island down in the south. But there's always the key spots you want to hit. It's crowded, but that's kind of a part of the fun and the lure of going to Japan, right? Like seeing the hustle and bustle.
I think what's specific to Croatia is the super yacht concept. Official yacht is up to 12 people, somewhere in that range. But the super yachting concept is designed for the Croatian waters. It's very specific to that region. And for that price point, it's hard to match the level of luxury with the size in other places like Italy, France, Greece.
Well, what happens with a river is a lot of times you're in 2 different docks or ports or cities in a day. I can't believe some of the tours that we're going to be doing on the Danube. It's like an exclusive after hours at the Belvedere Castle Palace. You know, you hear the tagline. You either sail through Europe on a river or to Europe on an ocean. Both are great. Believe me, both are great, but the river has a different feel.
Yes, we are going to talk about Croatia. We're going to go to Japan. We are going to talk about river cruising and why it's so unique. We're also going to talk about Italy and Portugal and so much more. And we're going to do this through real stories from our expert travel advisors. So on this episode, we have Jeanine Mak, Mona Stephenson, and Lori Ekdahl. And together, Jeanine, Mona, and Lori, they plan every kind of travel under the sun, whether that's spa retreats, adventure travel, solo travel, custom group travel, whatever it is, you name it, they plan it. So we're going to get into the hotspots of 2026 in just a sec. But before we do, hop on over to our YouTube channel where you can watch the full video recording of this episode. Or you can also subscribe to Passport Diaries on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or pretty much anywhere you like to listen. So let's get into it. And we're going to kick it off with a question for our experts, which is, where are people excited to travel in 2026?
Alaska, river cruises. The Japan, if not now, in the next couple years for sure. And a lot of cruises and, Europe overall.
Croatia, right, Mona? A lot of people want to go to Croatia. I've sent
That's hot.
a large group to Croatia too this year.
Croatia had a really hot run around the Game of Thrones fever, right?
Right.
Why are some of your clients saying like, hey, I want to go to Croatia?
For me, it's like all the national parks and just the beauty of like the land, right? To be able to see it in being on the ground, hiking, being outside, and the food.
I think also just the whole yachting aspect, the coastal aspect, I'm not going to say it's undiscovered because it's gotten really popular and prices have skyrocketed in the last 4 years. But a lot of people still haven't done it, and word is still getting out. So it's still, I'm not going to, again, not say undiscovered, but still people are hearing about it and putting it on their list.
And the beautiful water, right, Mona? I think the water.
Oh, you can see right through to the bottom. It's crystal clear. I think what's specific to Croatia is the super yacht concept. So, an official yacht is up to 12 people, somewhere in that range. But the super yachting concept is designed for the Croatian waters, and the cabins are up to maybe 38 cabins. Some of them are getting smaller, designed with 30 cabins for a more intimate experience. But it's very specific to that region. And for that price point, it's hard to match the level of luxury with the size in other places like Italy, France, Greece. It's a very unique product.
And it's the service and just the luxury and the experience
exclusivity.
Yes. That experience in a smaller ship format is, incomparable. And I didn't realize there was such a specific product for Croatia. So that's good to know.
Have you gotten to experience that for yourself?
Mona's Mona can totally speak to it.
Are you the yacht queen?
Well, for Croatia, I lead a group every year for several years.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's it's like a top lifetime experience. All my guests that have been are still talking about those experiences.
When did that start?
Like actually at COVID. So right when they were one of the countries that kind of stayed open the longest and closed for the shortest amount of time. So kind of right when the country opened, I've been doing a yacht group since then. It was right before they went to the euro as well. So there's been a lot of inflation. A lot of prices have almost doubled in the past 5 years. So I tell clients, you have to go now because one day it might not even be the value that Lori was mentioning. It's a great, great value.
You kind of brought up the difference between river cruises, ocean cruises, and then the whole specific yacht market or smaller ship. And I was going to share, I haven't done what Mona has, but I was on an Emerald product, which is a smaller yacht experience. And they do Europe, they do the Caribbean. And it's just a different level. You know, it's just a different experience on board. And, you know, it's much more select. And, you know, it's just, I think that's what's nice for us as advisors is to know there's such a variety now. And, you know, there really are different ways to, you know, fulfill a different experience. Even if someone's doing Croatia, you can do it so many different ways. And, you know, that's why people, you know, some of us think, oh, you one and done in Croatia. Oh, no, one and done in the Med. No way. There's so many different ways to travel and experience it. So I love it. I love knowing all these different products and being able to share different ideas. Well, you've done it that way. Let's do it this way this time.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's the large ships like the Oceanas, et cetera, that go, and even like the Royal Caribbeans. And then there's the yachts. And then in August, I'm going to go on an expedition one. So there's all tons of ways to see the same area, right? With a different aspect and a different lens. So it'll be fun for everybody, whatever your cup of tea is.
I know one of our topics today is about the river cruise market. I think it is exciting because with, you know, the traditional lines that have been in the marketplace, it's fun to see that evolve. I'm going to be doing a riverside luxury cruise the end of May on the Danube. And, you know, that specific product is pretty unique. I love that they have a different ship format, and that's a very different experience for clients on board. Primarily, I believe, in the food category, in the dining category. Traditional, traditional river cruising is much more set. You come to dinner at 6-ish, and that's kind of it, and you do it. So Riverside is, you know, and other lines are coming the same way, where it's more open format. So the dining experience is elevated, which is going to attract, you know, a lot more travelers and, you know, traditional cruisers. So it'll be fun. I'll be sharing more about that, but I got on for a short little version of it last October and just loved it. A lot new and out there. And I think it's a reflection of it's slow. It's so much more personal. You know, you hear the tagline, you either sail through Europe on a river or to Europe on an ocean. And it's kind of true. And both are great. Believe me, both are great, but the river has a different feel. So I love that.
It is truly like a boutique hotel on the river. You go and every day you're at a different port and you just like open your door and you're in a new city and you're like city center. So I think that's the fun part about it.
Yeah, you're right there.
And it appeals to all things foodies. Like if you're a foodie, all these new cruise lines that are coming out, you will just die for the food that's on board is phenomenal.
I laugh when some people are like, oh, I'm not a foodie. But everybody kind of is a foodie, whether or not you take pictures of your food or not. Like everybody is there for the yum yums and the local flavors. And so I'm like, nobody think that you're not a foodie just because you don't want to gram it.
And if you're all about the chicken fingers, no problem. They've got those too, right? I mean, they have the gamut for you. I don't know, the food's good.
Something that I didn't even realize about river cruising, I think I was talking to Heidi or another advisor, was that the cruise ship will pull up to the port. And if you want to get out and explore, sometimes you have the option of walking or taking a bike or heading down to the next stop, and they'll come pick you up. What a cool way to get out and explore. And even if you want to just not worry about okay, everybody back on the boat at this time, sometimes you don't have to, especially with these smaller companies. It's so cool.
Well, what happens with a river is a lot of times you're in two different docks or ports or cities in a day. You pull in the morning and you're in one spot. And then, you get back on the tours, we'll let you stay off for a couple hours. Or again, like you say, if you get off and you can say, I'll meet you at the next port, but they move. I mean, and it might not be very far, but they are moving and in a different location, a couple hours later for your afternoon tours and exploration. So it's, so different. And the bikes, regular bikes, e-bikes are not as common, but they are out there. Walking, and the tours are, hands-on and right. Food, wine, all of the fun experiences. Yeah. I can't believe some of the tours that we're going to be doing on the Danube in May. Really interesting. And a lot of the lines will have exclusive experiences. Alma does that. Riverside does that. And, it's like an exclusive after hours at the Belvedere Castle, Palace. And you
come on,
hear a concert. It's amazing. It's really fun, and they make it special and unique.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the yachts, Mona, probably that's like every night you're doing something creative and special and unique and out of the box, right?
And sometimes riding a bike there or a moped or something.
Yeah.
Do you get to have any involvement in choosing and designing some of the experiences and the nights on board with the groups that are doing the sailing?
All of the creative control for that. And part, of course, collaborating with the clients but it's pretty much, there's tried and true things that, there's kind of a set itinerary that works really well. And then depending on the interest of the group, of course, it might have a more heavy oyster sourcing focus or wine focus.
It's always wonderful to bring to life somebody's dream or what they, the destination they want to go, and to be able to curate it so that they can enjoy it and be able to see all the little nooks and crannies and the locations they want to go travel to. It's fun.
For sure. That's the special part of this business, I think. You're stepping outside of what the traditional format is and making those extra things happen. And okay, I'll jag right into Japan and say that is exactly what, I couldn't believe some of the experiences, the culture, the history. I mean, they are so proud of all of that. And it's the arts. And I have a passion for a lot, things with an artistic bend or something. One thing that I set up that I can't wait to share with clients is I did a very unique, I was able to go to a traditional woodblock artist's home in Japan. And it was, a one-on-one.
So cool.
It would have been 1 or 2 on 1. And, the company I worked through had an interpreter there with me, because this is a woman who it's 160 years in her family's history as part of the woodblock printing process. It is a process. There's the illustrator, there's the carver of the blocks, there's the actual people who do the printing from the blocks, which is what she does. And then there's the people that kind of sell them. And so I stepped in there, learned all about it. And then I wasn't carving. I understood. I saw, you have 15 or, not 15, let's say 4 different blocks with different colors to make this scene. And so I personally was able hands-on, do a block print,
so fun.
Came away with it. And those, and this company had, it was endless, the true, unique, out of the box experiences. And that's what I think people crave, or that's what's really fun to be able to bring to the table for a client and say, how about this? And it was phenomenal. And it was really impacted the experience for me. Talk about social media. I posted all about that, and oh my goodness, the reactions those get. It's so fun to share those moments.
Yeah, Japan has so many different craftsmen, and they're such experts or artisans in their craft. It's so fun to see them. When we were there last year during Christmas, or 2 Christmases ago, we went and got to see how this generational, again, similar to yours, and they were making the fans. And so they were carving out all the woodwork in the fans. And it was kind of crazy, just the intricate details. Even that are I'm all about the food. Or we went to go to the tea farms, which I love. And who doesn't love good tea? I'm not a coffee person, but tea to die for in Japan.
All the food in Japan.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
You can't go wrong.
Yes.
Every corner.
Yeah.
Did you go on a ship, Lori? You were on a
No,
cruise?
I was on a land tour.
Ooh, okay.
I did a land tour with Trafalgar. Japan is an interesting destination to understand the difference of a land experience versus a cruise. The land just brought us a little bit, more time in each destination and more in depth. Oh my gosh, we got so blessed. The Shy Mountain, Mount Fuji, was bright and sunny and happy to see us. I mean, that was phenomenal. And
oh my God.
Yeah. And we moved in more in depth by the land experience and, got to see that and moved from the snow, overnighting a couple days in the mountainside area and then moving down to Kyoto. So, yeah. So in this case, it was a land trip. How about you? Did you go on land too?
I did. We did by land. We're slow travelers. So this trip was just with me and my family. So I took all of my kids and we did 2.5 weeks in Japan. It was wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous.
During Christmas,
That's so
we
nice.
had a white Christmas in Takayama. It was just gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Takayama on the way to the Fuji, and that's right. Oh, all the temples and all of that. They had a little snowball fight.
Yes. I can't wait to go back in the spring. Or the summer. I would like to bike through the Japanese Alps. I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Yes.
Didn't you also do a little bit of travel by rail when you were there, Jeanine?
We did. We did a lot of travel by rail. Japan is the best place to travel by rail. It's so easy and convenient. I mean, you just need your handy phone and you can navigate your way through the rail systems. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
you can go anywhere.
rail. We did some rail too, and I had some anxiety about all of it, but mostly because of the language, right? But what I've shared with clients afterwards is, they are very the people. I mean, that is the heart of Japan. Those people are friendly, lovely, kind, helpful, and majority will try at least or speak English quite well. And, once it is so well run, oh my gosh, the rail system. And I did the most charming little train from Kyoto to Nara. It was a kind of a 60s Anyosha. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but oh my gosh, the most adorable little train. And really all it does is about 45 minutes and very retro, kind of like lime green seats and, flowers. And it was just charming. I did it to Nara, got off, spent like 3 or 4 hours walking around on my own and then took the train back. So it was a fun way to see Nara for the day when you're based in Kyoto. And did you do that?
I didn't do that one, but they have so many different trains. They have food trains where they do luxury meals, and then they have themed trains, like the Hello Kitty kind of themed trains, or like yours where they have retro trains. Like everything is themed, and some of them, the shorter segments, you can do the 45-minute ones. They'll have special coaches to take you there. It's fun. It's easy. I always tell people, Europe, it's busy, but Japan, it's massively crazy. So you just have to give yourself time to know that you're going to be a little overwhelmed at first, but take time and it's amazing. There's tons of shops in the trains. You're going to find goodies to eat along the way. So give yourself time in the train station and you'll have fun. It's an experience in itself.
Oh, the shopping in Japan. Insane.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. The little toys and the little machines where you put in a couple yen and, it's like a gumball machine, right? So fun.
Yeah. It's like giant gumball machines with never ending.
Yeah. Giant gumballs. And,
are those the gashapons? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah.
And the young people that it was so joyful to see. I mean, so fashionable. I don't know how old, but 17, 18-year-olds dressed to the T, top to bottom. I mean, yes, in Tokyo and the bigger cities, but just hand in hand and so cute and so having so much fun. And again, I had hadn't planned on it, but I had a really pleasant, charming interaction with like 3 young 18-year-old guys that were buying like this little grab bag at a store. It was like, 500 yen, whatever's in it. The store was trying to, and I noticed that they were debating about doing it. And I looked at them and I said, "Oh, you got to buy it." And they understood. I said, "You got to buy it. Where's your sense of adventure?" So it was the cutest thing. He bought it. I was videoing it. He knew I was taking a video. And, he kept showing me everything he got. And a group of guys, and it was a lot of Hello Kitty little things. And at the end, they turned and gave me a fan as a present and took a picture with me. It was so charming. And I thought, this is just such a perfect example of the people and the type of experience that is just really special about Japan. I loved it. Oh, yes. And I have my Japan Starbucks cup.
Yay!
This is the original Japan Starbucks in Kyoto.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Very cute.
Is there, I know that some people are, everybody is excited to go to Japan. But some people are like, oh, what do I do about the busyness, as you were saying? Like, it gets crazy. What would you recommend about, or for some people to go? Do you think just avoid the summer, or just deal with it because everybody's happy anyway, so you're all busy and happy together? So what do you think about that?
I say the best time to go is when you have free time, right? First off. But if you can avoid summer in Japan when everyone else is going, not only because everyone's there, but because it's hot. I mean, like hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's doable. You're going to have a great time, but just know it's going to be hot. But I would say any time in Japan is amazing. You can go up north to Hokkaido and do things up there, and it's less popular. It's not like a first timers, but everyone who goes to Japan, it's like you can't go to California and not see San Francisco, right? Like you want to go to some of these places, but there's tons of other places like in Hokkaido, or you can go to Kyushu Island down in the south, and it's just as beautiful. Or hit Okinawa, right? But there's always the key spots you want to hit. It's crowded, but that's kind of a part of the fun and the lure of going to Japan, right? Like seeing the hustle and bustle and the organization of it, even though there's thousands and thousands of people, it's in this crazy organized manner. And everyone's just respectful of everybody, which
I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And as travelers, as long as we're respectful of the culture and we walk into a culture being respectful of the countries we're visiting, then I think all is good.
Yeah, because we're the guests.
Exactly.
So be a guest. Yeah.
Yeah, the energy, it was an interesting reflection of crowds can be maybe scary.
You aren't scared though, right?
You are not.
No.
It is so safe. I have never gotten up and perhaps left my phone unattended, to go grab a refill of coffee. And you just don't have
it'll be right there when you come back, like 20
right
minutes
there.
later.
And it was part of, I think the energy of the crowd was part of the charm for me too, especially in Kyoto, the traditional, streets that are, steep. And yes, you are elbow to elbow with all the tourists, all the locals, all the people dressed in their Japanese garb for the day that they've rented to take pictures. It is just, it just made me smile. And yes, you just kind of have to go with it, Jackie. It's just, that is part of, the crowds are there. I mean, there's so many people, but there's no fear. It's clean, it's neat. It's just part of the experience. So,
and I think too, you could just go one street down and it's not going to be crowded. Like just go down one street down and you're in the same area, but it's less crowded and you can enjoy the same thing. It really is. Yeah. It is really, literally one street down.
I mean, that's also kind of a big reason that a lot of people like to travel, especially to cities, is to people watch and see how people interact and live. So, I mean, you're smack dab in the middle of it in Japan.
Well, springtime is really popular in Japan, right? To see all of the spring bloom. But go in the fall. Like I always tell people, if you can go in the fall to see the colors change, like at the end of October and November, even the end of November, the colors of all the trees and orange, it's like fall foliage up in Maine kind of thing, right? It's just beautiful.
Wow.
So things to think about.
Yeah. Now I'd love to jump to the number two, suddenly I'm from New York. The number 2 recommended. Wow, I think I had too much caffeine. The other highly recommended destination from our advisors that we pulled was Italy, which is another one of those that's like, it's always going to be one of those top spots. It's always going to be crowded and popular, but it's always worth it.
It's a must do, right?
Yeah, you got to do it. I would say if you had to pick some, what were some of your favorite spots?
For me, the Amalfi Coast, just the Amalfi area and Sorrento, and but it's really hard to narrow a favorite spot. I mean, all of Italy is amazing, and I've primarily done it for myself and for clients as a cruise itinerary. Which works quite well because a lot of those ports are close enough, and there's a variety of excursion experiences or independent. Again, I love doing something custom and independent for clients too. But yeah, Amalfi, limoncello, food, pasta, walking the streets, shopping, all of it.
My God, speaking my language.
I always say that Italy is one of those countries that you can go to the top 10 cities in Italy and not even scratch the surface. So you can go to Italy for 10 or 15 years and still not have seen some of the best towns.
Exactly.
A couple people said they were really excited to send some clients who had never been to the north of Italy there this year. It's just got such a different subculture, beautiful scenery. I mean, it's like, and then there's Sardinia and Sicily, and it's like, you can never stop going.
No,
there'll always be something new.
I was just enthralled with all the living history that was around, right? You're like walking down, you're just sitting at a modern cafe and you turn around, you're like ancient ruins, there's a Colosseum. And it's just so fun. Like there's nowhere, you can't get that in very many places. It's just so well preserved in Italy, no matter where you go, even like up in Florence, right? Just the churches, I don't know, everywhere. I loved it. It was just phenomenal to stroll through the streets.
What cracked me up there is just, I saw some kids, there was like this, gorgeous church. I'm not even going to guess the era because I have no idea, but it's definitely hundreds, if not more than that, years old. And there's kids just kicking a soccer ball against it, climbing all over it. So it's not like this preserved thing that's off limits to the citizens in the city itself. It's part of active
everyday life.
Yeah.
Such a good point. Cool. It's their backyard.
Yeah. I'm going to kick a soccer ball. It cracked me up. I was like, oh my God.
Don't break it.
Yeah. And it's, Jeanine was saying, and it's interesting to know that you can just have a client interested in a mild experience, say driving by the Colosseum in your little go-kart or your Vespa, at night. And so, for some, that's enough that they see it, they understand the history of it. And then it's totally fun when somebody says, let's get in there and let's do underground and a gladiator experience, and that's fun. It's fun to curate those, And so you just respect whatever level everybody's at and how in depth they want to be, because it's certainly in your face just to drive by and see the Column, the Forum, and the Trevi Fountain. But, do you want to dig in and you want to do the food tour and hands-on and making pasta and go to the catacombs and all of it?
Yeah.
So
yes.
Yeah. It's just fun. Yeah, it's just fun to see it, right? It's like history coming alive. All those things you read or you studied as a kid, or maybe, had a blurb in your history book, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's real and it's huge. And it's fun to see kids light up like the things that they saw in their history books.
Yeah.
Something they might have recreated out of popsicle sticks and marshmallows. Right? I hope kids are still doing that. But it's like, oh, this is much bigger than you could picture.
The grandioseness of it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I will add, we recently did a week-long sailing through the off the coast of Naples, and we went to Procida and Ischia, some of the little more off the beaten path places that were very authentic, very local, and that was amazing and a unique way to see the Amalfi Coast as well.
Oh, that must have been amazing.
It was, and we got to see Amalfi and Positano, but approach it from the water and then anchor
And you guys had like a chef and everybody on board too, right? Like a chef and like everything.
We did it in that one because I wanted it to be actually one of our boats did because the captain couldn't help himself, which was fine. Everybody was down to have the local captain cook for them. That was a bonus. But it wasn't designed that way because we wanted to be in town, people watching, sitting under market lights, eating the local food. So we had a little bit of both.
That's cool.
Did you say Ischia?
Yes. It's a little island off of the coast of Naples, and it's very famous for spas, for geothermal spas, amongst other things. Yeah, just beautiful hotels and beautiful piazzas, and like I said, a huge spa community as well.
Sounds heavenly.
Yes.
Don't have to tell you anymore, huh? You'll be there. Let's go.
For these places, for the busier, more popular destinations, is it generally a good idea to book early?
Yeah, sometimes there's limitations. Sometimes tickets don't open up, but yes, booking early is usually a very good idea. Us as travel advisors, or I personally, work with destination specialists for those reasons too, because they will have the real heartbeat on and, maybe a little bit better in of, when things like that open. For tickets or for, all those special arrangements, working with our partners in the destination is a lot of benefit, specifically for our clients, to get those special experiences and not be disappointed. Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. People asking for, dinner at the Jules Verne in the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And it's like, that's very limited. You can't get it, but, yeah. So bringing those things up and being on top of when they open and how you're able to book them is super important.
I think planning ahead so we can be on the ball to get those tickets when they drop, right? If you don't plan ahead, then you're going to miss your windows. And so since we know those windows, it's good to either using our destination specialists, or if we're booking it for them firsthand, then we have those timelines. Other than a month out, then you're like, oh, there's no more left, even if I wanted to get it for you.
I think I remember, Mona, you telling a story about that too, where was it something in Rome that you were trying to book? Or maybe it was the Anne Frank house.
It was Amsterdam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I was at 1:55 a.m. California time, 5 minutes before the tickets went on sale, I was number 3,000 in line. So, and then I didn't refresh my mouse. Who knew? And was kicked out of line. So the clients we did manage to get tickets the next day. There was a little loophole there with overwhelming the system at that 2 a.m. mark. So it worked out. But yeah, all the ins and outs, and definitely using our DMC partners.
You think you can do it sometimes, but sometimes that special in or just knowing the people on the ground makes a big difference. So.
Always seems like it always makes a big difference.
Always.
I do want to, this is just selfishly because it's my number one place, but Jeanine, you did say Portugal and the Azores, and I just want to hear about it. Why did that make your list of hotspots for 2026?
Oh, I just love it. It's great. It's kind of still a little bit off the beaten path. Like there's multiple different islands you can go to, and they all have like outdoor active things and like good food. And it's actually relatively inexpensive still because it's Portugal in itself is a little bit on the more affordable side, I guess, still, when you think about Italy and all these other places, but it's kind of still untouched. There's not a lot of tourism going there yet, and it's just really nice. Wow. We did a girls' trip there a couple years ago, and it was just fabulous. And since then, we've just been sending more people there to kind of go, relax. They have great spas, great food, and then active. We biked, we kayaked, we saw dolphins. It's just a nice... in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, right? Between the US and Portugal, smack dab in the middle. It was just beautiful.
My experience is more Lisbon and like that coastline up from
beautiful
Sintra. That I understand that ocean. Oh my gosh, the ocean wave is one of the top windsurfers, I believe, because it's like a gale wind, but gorgeous. You can drive along and see all these kite surfers, windsurfers. And then the food, of course, I always go back to the food too, Jackie. It's always the
white
rice and the green Albarino wine as we're sitting, in a restaurant overlooking that coast. And it was just charming. And yeah, Lisbon itself, we did a fun excursion, Lisbon by sidecar motorcycle.
Oh,
what a hoot. Yeah, it was, you had your driver, good. We didn't drive. My husband was on the back and I'm in the little sidecar zipping through the narrow streets of Lisbon. What an adventure, and how fun. And just, very maybe outside of the box and fun to do. Yeah.
Well, and artsmanship too. Yeah. I love Portugal. Their tiles, just the beautiful tiles in Lisbon itself too. And everywhere you go, the tiles on the side of the building are just like, the artsmanship is spectacular. And they have porcelain places to go and visit. Like we got to see the artists like painting on the porcelain where they only make like five pieces. And it's just, there's so many fun things to do that, I don't know, the craftsmanship in every culture is just phenomenal to me. I don't know. Breathtaking, right?
When we got on the sidecar, I said, I want to bring some Lisboa pottery home, tile work home. And so, yes, we went. He took us to a little local spot. I'm pointing. I have one right over there on my wall. And yeah, that was my one little bag in my sidecar.
Carry-on. That was my carry-on, my heavy carry-on when I came back from Lisbon.
And not to mention the Porto train station, just covered in the beautiful tiles. I mean, it's a train station.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
food and art, right? I mean, food, art, and people. Like, I think that's just an historical, everyone's history story.
Yes.
It's fun. Yes. And every culture has a different one.
Mona, you're headed out tomorrow, is it, on a cruise?
Yes, south of France, starting in Barcelona, and then hitting all the little Saint-Tropez and Set. And
you're going to have a blast.
Who are you sailing
excited. With? Azamara.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, I'm off to Alaska in 2 weeks on Celebrity.
Fun.
And my river cruise the end of May. That'll be really fun from Vienna to Budapest. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Janine, where are you off to?
I just got back up from the Redwoods. I was in the Redwoods all weekend up in Northern California. And let me tell you, like we went and like got to they harvested the oysters, then shucked them, and we ate these like bay shot oysters that they were really good. I ate way too many oysters this weekend, but delicious.
Wow.
I don't know. We have a road trip to Yellowstone planned, and we have a lot
fun.
more road tripping this summer. So we're excited. And then Croatia in August. But that's a little ways away.
Yay! Have you been to Yellowstone before?
I have. It's been about I don't know, a while. Over 5 years. So we want to go back again. We have a Sprinter van that we built out. And so we're going to road trip it and make our way.
Oh,
van lifing.
Oh my gosh.
That's the best.
You all are living the dream and proving its accessibility for every traveler like me. Like, yes, it can be done. See, they're doing it. This is great.
Everybody. It doesn't matter your budget, too. Like, you can go, right? Like, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
If you have a desire, you can go. Sky's the limit.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Hotspots 2026 on Passport Diaries. And a big, big thank you to Jeanine Mak, Mona Stephenson, and Lori Ekdahl for sharing so much insight into what's going on in travel right now and some really great recommendations on where to go next and how to do it right. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We have plenty more like it on our channel, so be sure to check them out. And you can also go to our website at travelstore.com so you can meet our experts, read their stories, check out their favorite experiences and their specialties. And you can also follow along with them on social media so you can keep up with their travels. They are always going somewhere incredible, and it's really fun to watch their stories and see where they're going next. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to follow and subscribe so that you never miss another stamp in your podcast passport. Thanks everyone for joining us, and safe travels from all of us here at Travel Store.